Hi, my name is Rick Suman, and we've been talking about strategic pre-planned default. And I think you've seen a couple of videos prior to this one, but just want to say that if you think back to when you first qualified for your MCA, or maybe all of your MCAs, you may have one, you may have four, you may have more than that. But every time you did that, they ask to see bank statements, usually 4 bank statements, consecutive bank statements. Some of them even used a service called Plaid, where they wanted you to give them permission for them to log in and go in real time on your bank account, right? And you think they're looking to see, what's your cash flow and what your income and expenses are, and they're going to do real underwriting and stuff like that. No, they're not doing that at all. They're just seeing how much total did you have in deposits, right? You could have had an MCA that got issued and it was $10,000, and they count that towards your deposits. And that's not real cash flow. And so they're not really looking at your cash flow so much as they're looking to see where they can stop you, where they can shut you down. And if you let them use Plaid and they go in real time, now they can click on all of those checks that are issued to you from invoices that you send out, and they can click on it and see who sent you those checks. And if those are repeat customers, accounts receivables that you have regularly, and then they take note of that, because, see, here's the thing. If you happen to default, first thing they do is send out a UCC lien letter, and they shut those down. So if you have multiple accounts receivables or regular clients that pay you every month, okay, they're looking for those. They're looking for all the things that they can shut down. They're also looking for other bank accounts they don't know about, where you transfer in or you ACH in or where you wire in, and they're looking for things like that. They're looking for anything and everywhere they can to try to shut you down. And see, if you give them Plaid, now they've got that real time. When they just look at bank statements, about half of that stuff they can't see. But if you've given them permission with Plaid, or sometimes they ask you for your login, if you don't forget that they have that login and you go about your day, and 2 months, 3 months later, they still got your login. And so it's really, really, really important that if you happen to think if you think you're going to default, you have to think back to, hey, I gave them everything about my business in terms of my cash flow, my money in and my money out, and they know my merchant processor, they know my accounts receivables. They know maybe other bank accounts where I transferred money in, or ACH or wired money in. They now know all that. They've seen all that. So you have to think before you just willy-nilly go and default. You have to plan this thing. And that's what we're here for that, okay? We've been doing this 26 years. I've been at this for 26 years. As you can see from the video, I'm not a young guy. I'm 71 years old. I've been doing this a long time. And I can tell you that I know the ropes pretty well on how to protect people and how to get people through this. But it has to be planned. It has to be staged. And you've got to do it in a very thoughtful manner. If you just let it happen, you're on defense. If you plan it out, you're on offense. And that makes a total difference. So here's the thing. If you would like to contact us, go to debtfreenetwork.com, and there's a place where you can send us a message from our website and just say, hey, I'd like to have, you can put your comments on there, say I'd like to have a free consultation, and we'll do a 24-hour follow-up with you, and we'll find out what your situation is and then see how we can help you. And by the way, we don't charge anything until we actually do something. And so that means that until we settle your account, we don't have anything that we charge you. In other words, you don't pay us anything until we do the job, okay? So Look forward to talking with you. I hope this has made sense. I hope it makes sense about having a pre-planned default where it's thought about, it's planned out, and then it's executed rather than just letting it happen to you. Okay. So anyway, go to our site, fill out your information, and we'll get back with you in 24 hours and tell you what we can do to help you. Okay. Thank you so much. Talk with you soon. Bye.